Good morning, everybody. Happy to be here. I hope you're happy as well. So this is one of our Saturday meditation sessions. So we're going to do two 20-minute guided meditations with a 5-minute break in between. That's the framework for today. So we will get started in just about 2 more minutes. You can get yourself comfortable. I usually recommend for some of these longer meditations that you do them upright. If you do them lying down, there's such a tendency to just get really drowsy, really tired, and lose that kind of mental focus. So especially with the meditations we'll be doing here today, you might want to keep yourself upright. And if the body is really stopping you from doing your meditation sitting in a chair, seeing if you can be on a bed, but really propped up so you still have some uprightedness, right? We'll get started in just about 1 more minute. I'm happy to be here. I hope you are as well. I love these Saturday sessions. Wow, what a difference it makes in the week, in the weekend. I have this chance to come together and do just a little bit longer practices, right? A little bit longer meditations. So just about 1 more minute and we'll get started, getting yourself comfortable in your situation. Sorry. The other thing to kind of take note of is maybe you can do one of the meditations sitting upright in a chair, the other one in a more reclined position if you don't think you'll make both sessions just sitting in a chair. The body can be an issue, and we for sure don't want to turn our meditations into torture, right? Just where the body is so uncomfortable. So getting yourself comfortable to be sure. All right, well, it looks like we are on the hour. So we're going to go ahead and begin. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to today's session. We're going to do 2 guided meditations, 20 minutes each with a 5-minute break in between. Okay, so let's get ready to start our first meditation. So let's begin with the body, beginning to bring some real intentional, real focused movement into the body, some stretch. And I like to encourage people to look for some slower movements here at the beginning of practice. So nothing too lurchy, nothing too quick, just some nice, slow, thoughtful movements. Stretching through the back or reaching your arms up overhead. Maybe holding a stretch a little bit longer than you normally would. We're going to do this meditation sitting upright, either on a chair or a cushion. So maybe starting to prep your body with that in mind. How can you care for the body now so that it's a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more at ease while we're meditating, right? And then whenever you start to feel like you're ready for just sitting, I usually like to kind of note that with some deeper breaths. So when I feel this sense of coming to rest in the body, we can signal that with taking a couple of deeper breaths. And then as you allow your breath to return to natural, just spending some moments here really getting situated in your posture. So we're looking for a way of sitting that we feel strong and stable and supported. A posture that can help you stay awake and stay mentally focused. And a way of sitting that you can feel comfortable within, right? Knowing that you can always move and adjust as we're meditating, of course. And then just allowing the body to come into a certain experience of stillness. We never have to try to be perfectly still. Or more or less just seeing if we can release some of our reactions to the body, right? So just letting the body be the body. And we're going to practice just reacting to the needs of the body a little bit less, really. It's a great way to understand how we sit in meditation. So in essence, we're beginning to grow quiet. And for mindfulness practice, we're going to start to shift what aspect of our mind we're using. So typically we use our thinking mind all the time. For mindfulness practice, we shift out of that thinking mind a little bit and into awareness. Using your capacity to notice and become aware of phenomenon. So as we sit here and allow ourselves to grow a little bit quiet, what do you notice? What do you notice? Three big things we tend to notice right off the bat is certain sounds, both in and beyond the room. We'll also start to really notice the body, sensations in the body. And then the third thing we'll really start to notice is the busyness in the thinking mind. So we're just spending some moments here, allowing ourselves to notice that which is most easily noticed, right? Sounds, sensations, and thoughts. And all I want you to do is see if you can stay in awareness. So stay in that aspect of mind of noticing. Noticing the sounds, hearing them. Noticing the bodily sensations, feeling them. Noticing the thoughts arising in the thinking mind, and just observing the thoughts without getting so caught up within them. So awareness is the silent observer. Awareness is the silent observer. Observing the sounds, the sensations in the body, observing the thoughts. Without adding anything to them. We simply practice silently observing. It's mostly our habit to comment on and judge just about anything and everything. The space of meditation is different from that. Though the judgments and the opinions might arise still in the thinking mind, we silently observe. We are practicing being the silent observer of this moment. The moment doesn't need you, doesn't need us to elaborate on it. So what happens when we allow our moments to just unfold and be noticed? We don't have to worry if our environment is noisy, if our body is noisy, if the thinking mind is noisy with thoughts, we can still experience a type of quiet, a type of silence by just silently observing anything and everything that's arising moment by moment. The silence is coming from us. Pure awareness is always perfectly silent. Just one more minute until we take a break. One more minute of practicing being this silent observer, pure awareness. And as the meditation comes to an end, we can slowly begin to move and stretch. Observing what it feels like now to just move and stretch the body. And just opening your eyes when you're ready. This is the end of the meditation. Now we'll move into a 5-minute break. I'll keep track of time and you can use the restroom or stick your head out the window, get some fresh air. Drink some water. But just see if you can keep yourself relatively quiet, right? It'll make it easier to begin again. right now on our 5-minute break, right? We've got about 4 minutes left. If you want something to contemplate during this break, you can think about what I said, how awareness is always perfectly silent. What does that mean to you? We are in our 5-minute break, just about 2 minutes left. This next meditation will be about practicing bringing quiet into our hearts, into our emotional reactivity, right? It's called the quiet heart. That will be the next meditation we practice. As we explore these meditations around silence and quiet, it's our focus. Just about 1 more minute and we'll get meditating again. Okay, so that brings a close to our 5-minute break. We can get ready to move into our second meditation. So let's get ready to meditate first, taking some moments to attend to the needs of the body. Finding how you wish to be sitting for this practice. Knowing that there's no hard and fast rules for how you must sit in meditation. It can be helpful for this practice to stay in an uprighted position. So finding that way of sitting now where you can be comfortable and relaxed and focused, right? Meditation is not the same thing as taking a snooze. Establishing your posture and then just settling in. Really allowing your body to release into the support of the chair or the cushion beneath you, into all the contact points that are between you and whatever you're sitting on. Just really allowing your body to feel supported. Finding a place in the body that you can most easily feel your breath. And what I want you to do is I want you to see if you can both feel your breath and listen for your breath. Can you try that? Feeling the sensations of breath moving through the body. And seeing if you can hear the breath. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. The outcome isn't important. We're practicing feeling and listening closely at the same time. So I can't personally hear my own breath, but it does something to the mind to try to hear it, to listen so closely while you're feeling the breath. It helps to focus the mind, doesn't it? And now I want want you to see if you can feel your breath around the area of your heart. So feeling the breath moving through what we can call our heart space. If you have trouble feeling your breath here, you can place a hand on your heart. And then usually you can feel the breath moving the hand. You might even be able to feel your heart beating. So as you practice feeling your breath in your heart space, I also want you to see if you can hear your breath in your heart space. Just try. It's a very quiet sound. We might even say that it's a silent sound, the sound of your breath in your heart space. Listen anyway. Starting to learn and practice how to bring a bit of quiet, a bit of silence into the heart. Feeling the breath in the heart space, moving through the chest. And attentively listening to its silent passage. opening your heart to this quiet breath. If you start to think too much about it or analyze it, you will move off path. The only way this practice functions is if we don't think about it, we just do it. Feeling the breath moving through your heart space. And listening closely to its silence, its quiet. Listening to your quiet heart. Can you hear your breath moving through your heart space? Listen as closely as you possibly can. So you might feel things or have emotions in your heart. We're practicing not adding anything at all to them. No storyline, no narration, no judgment, no analysis. All we are doing is focusing all of our attention on feeling the breath in the heart space, and listening to it closely. That's it. We are not interpreting our emotions. We're simply feeling and listening. Just this. Just one more minute in silence. Letting yourself be quiet. As we come to the end of the meditation, slowly starting to move, or not. Maybe you're enjoying just sitting here and feeling and listening. This is the end of the guidance. Thank you all so much for joining me, joining everybody in today's meditation. I hope so much it brings you benefit. I'll see you next time.